President Trump has signed an executive order meant to give him more control over regulatory government agencies. He's requiring them to send the White House any regulation proposals to be reviewed. The order also says these agencies cannot spend money on anything that doesn't align with the administration.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is India. I did not plan to record another video. This probably will be coming out before the other video that I post in the last couple seconds. Since I recorded my last video, Trump has declared himself king. The White House Twitter account posted a photo of Trump as king, and I just find this very disturbing. I've been going down a rabbit hole of the whole Curtis Yarvin belief system or government fall down, whatever, the crazy guy. So I will probably eventually do a video on him, but that will take a lot more research. I was going to eventually do this video, but I guess it seems a little more pressing now. So Trump has declared himself king. Trump is actively instituting himself as king, and I just wanted to go over the executive order that he also signed. The executive order that he signed on February 18th, that is very disturbing and quite literally goes against our Constitution and violates it. He's pushing as far as he can. Trump is trying to centralize power within the executive branch and disregard Congress and the courts, because obviously the courts have been the only thing that has been holding him away from having all of the dictatorial power that he wants. The executive order that he signed essentially gives him power over a bunch of agencies that are typically seen as independent agencies, and they've always been seen as independent agencies, such as the FTC. So essentially, he is saying that he is going to have oversight on these federal agencies. He said since he's the president and the people have elected him, these federal agencies should be accountable to him. They should fall in line to what he believes in his agenda. All these independent agencies who typically just work on behalf of the people basically should be working on behalf of his agenda. That's not how it's supposed to work, but to achieve this, the order requires that the independent agencies submit their majority regulations to the White House to review before they are finalized. Also directs the OMB monitor their budgets and their performance. The Federal Reserve is largely exempt from this new rule, except in its role in regulating financial institutions. Overall, it's going to bring the normally independent agencies under more direct presidential control to ensure consistency in the federal laws and ensure enforcement and regulations are created. Where we see problems are going to be, number one, the president's control over independent agencies. There's been case law in the past. Humphrey's Executor versus United States was a 1935 Supreme Court case that limits the president's power to remove members of independent agencies. The case established that the president can only remove members of these agencies for specific reasons, such as inefficiency, neglect of duty, or malfeasance in office. That's one case that will probably be pulled up unless the courts go rogue, and I mean, what can we expect? And then there's another Supreme Court case that held up the constitutionality of the Independent Counsel Act, and it basically established that Congress should grant the judicial branch the power to appoint independent counsels to investigate high-ranking officials. It is reaffirming that Congress has the ability to impose restrictions on the executive branch. I think the separation of power issue is going to be the bigger issue that we see with this executive order being challenged. So there is a separation of powers. Trump is essentially trying to say he is the end-all be-all with the implementation of these laws. He dictates whether it's legal or not. The president and the attorney general, subject to the president's supervision and control, shall provide authoritative interpretation of the law for the executive branch. Trump is saying that he and the attorney general can interpret the law. That's not his duty. The person who has final say in the interpretation of law is the judicial branch. That is not the president's duty. That is just what it is. We have Madison v. Marbury v. Madison. I think that's right. If he's potentially trying to overrule the judicial branch's interpretation of laws, he is overstepping his presidential power. He is giving the executive branch more power than the judicial branch. As America was established, we have three branches of government co-equal. They coexist. They have ways of checks and balances. They are co-equal, even though some of them seem like they have more power than others. They all have powers that have been given to them. Congress holds the purse. They have the ability to make laws. The judicial branch has the ability to interpret laws. The executive branch, they have the ability to write executive orders and I guess declare themselves king at this point. I won't give you guys a freaking seventh grade civics lesson, but Marbury v. Madison, 1803, establishes that the judiciary, not the executive, have final say in legal interpretations, especially if he's saying he's the end all be all. He's stepping over the judicial ability to have final say in interpreting laws, which is their constitutional right. In 1996, Clinton signed the Line Item Veto Act. It was declared unconstitutional in 1998 in the Supreme Court case Clinton v. City of New York, where he attempted to not allocate funds that already had been passed by Congress. We've seen the Supreme Court uphold Congress's power of the purse. Congress allocates funds. Congress is the only one who can do this, and the president does not have the ability to withhold those funds or to do anything to fiddle with those funds whatsoever. Once it's allocated, it's allocated. That is the end of the story. It has passed Congress. The president has nothing to do with it. I think that this is going to see a lot of backlash, and I will be very interested to see what the outcome of it is, and if we do see the president actually listening to the Supreme Court like he says he's going to do, or if he does defy them, because he, as of now, I have not seen him listening. I've only seen him in defiance of the courts, because I think he believes that he is over judicial power, and I think this executive order just displays that. Probably be posting more videos as all this craziness unfolds. There's a lot of stuff going on. I hope you enjoyed the video. Down below, I will be including my social media handles, TikTok, Blue Sky, and let me know if you add me on any of those. Any more mutuals, as always. Like, comment, share the video, subscribe, do all the things.